with our amazing Miss America candidates. We've got 4 candidates here with us today who are all military connected, and we're really excited to just learn a little bit more about them, and just come to all of our viewers and all of our followers and just let them know what they're doing, what they're about, and what's going to come up for them. So we're just going to jump right into this, and we're going to introduce you one at a time. We're not playing favorites here. We're just going to go in alphabetical order. I think we're going in alphabetical order. And we're just going to jump into this. So we're going to start with, I believe, Andolyn is first. Is that correct? Andolyn, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
If I can figure out how to unmute, which I just did. So hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's such an honor anytime I can share the stage with my other Miss America and fellow soldiers. So I'm Andolyn. I also go by Andi for short. I'm 25 years old and I'm Miss DC. I'm also a doctoral candidate at George Washington University studying clinical psychology. And I'm a Navy HP scholar, which is how I came to be a naval officer within the Navy. But before that, my sort of experience with the Navy was through the eyes of a child. So both of my parents are retired naval officers, and through them is how I learned a lot about sacrifice, commitment, and also sort of gained my passion about military mental health, which is why I'm really looking forward to serving as a naval psychologist beginning next year, crazy enough, which is when I become active duty and will be stationed at Naval Medical Center Portsmouth.
Awesome. Thank you. And I have to say, my son is a colonial as well. And so raise high there. So let's move on. We're going to move on to Ayrss.
Hi, yeah, thank you so much for having me. Like she said, my name is Ayrss Torres. I am your Miss Idaho 2021. I am 22 years old. I joined the Army right out of high school at the age 19. So I'm currently serving as a specialist, a 38 Bravo Civil Affairs Specialist with the 405th Civil Affairs Battalion down in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I am a reservist. I do that typically for a weekend once a month and a couple weeks in the summertime. My job in the Army is super different than the big Army, is what we call it. I actually get to act like a liaison between the United States and foreign nations. So if they ever need any relief efforts after war, a natural disaster, I'm the person that coordinates that to them. So super, super cool. I absolutely love what I get to do for the Army. So we will see what happens if I do another contract or not after this one. So yes, yeah, super, super grateful to be here. Super grateful that there are so many of us representing the military this year at Miss America as well. This is once in a lifetime for all of us. So I know we're all very excited.
And Ayrss, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when we spoke last, you were going to be headed to Fort Irwin for training, right, at NTC or something like that?
Yeah.
And you survived, so that's good.
Yes. Yeah, so I actually left Miss America orientation early so I could fly straight from orientation in Connecticut to Fort Irwin in California. I was there for 30 days. I didn't shower for 19. It was crazy. But yes, I definitely was kind of Snapchatting all my Miss America sisters while I was there, sending them lots of fun pictures. So yeah, it was not the best of times, but definitely not the worst of times either. So lots of good training.
Well, I'll tell all of y'all, I lived at Fort Irwin for 2 years and I showered more than every 19 days while I was there because I was just living there, not working there. But it was my favorite place we've ever been. But that was to live, not to go out into the field and train. So I know that when they went out in the field and trained, it was a little brutal. So hats off to you on that one.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So we're going to move on now to Lydia. Lydia, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia Sohn, your Miss Maryland 2021. I'm also an ensign in the U.S. Navy. Excuse me, there might be a plane flying above me. But I am 25 years old. I hold degrees from Johns Hopkins and Georgetown in the sciences, specifically molecular and cellular biology and physiology and biophysics. And so through this strong commitment to science and STEM, I'm pursuing my medical degree at Des Moines University. I'll be an incoming first year next year after my year of service as Miss Maryland. similar to Andolyn, I'm a health profession scholar, and so that's how I also came about to be an ensign in the U.S. Navy, and I'll serve as a Navy doctor upon completion of my medical degree. I also grew up watching my family members go through the Navy. I had a cousin and then a brother graduate from the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis. And I saw them go on to medical school and become Navy doctors. And so as soon as I knew that I wanted to go into medicine, I said it has to be through the Navy, because I saw the way that the Navy just really grew them as servant leaders and really honed their mission of service and utilizing their skills as doctors to serve those who serve us every day. So I'm really honored to share the stage with all of my fellow service women and also represent the military community and join the military community after completion of my medical degree.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lydia. As a military family, military spouse, and military family, we have had our fair share of military doctors, and we are so thankful for them. So we are thankful for you and taking this on as well. Maura, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Maybe I'll think about it. Hi, my name is Maura. I'm Miss Colorado 2021, and I'm the first ever active duty soldier to compete at Miss America. So I'm currently stationed with the 4th Infantry Division in Colorado at Fort Carson. That's where I met Yvonne and got involved with Operation Deploy Your Dress. So I knew I wanted to join the military once I found out they would pay for college, because my parents told me from a very young age, like, we can't do that. You got to figure it out. So once I figured out they would give me scholarship and also get me out of my hometown, I was sold. I joined pretty much, it was about a week after my 18th birthday, and I work now as an all-source intelligence analyst at 35 Fox. I'm also the NCOIC, or the non-commissioned officer, in charge of my S2 section, where I work mostly as a security manager, and I make sure that our arms rooms are up to code, that we take care of our vaults, and all of our alarms are up to code, things like that. So it's a lot of sending emails and checking security clearances. It's not the most exciting job in the world. But the times when I get to go into the field, like Fort Irwin and NTC last year, I got to, actually serve in my capacity as an intelligence analyst. And that's when my job is to look at what the enemy is doing and basically predict their future movements and inform commanders on that so they can make decisions about what they're going to do moving forward. And so I've had a really, amazing time at Fort Carson. I absolutely fell in love with Colorado there, and I also fell in love with the Army, so much so that once I received my law degree, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go JAG Corps. But for the time being, I am on leave right now to prepare for Miss America. I had about 65 days saved up, so when I said I want to take 30, they were like, go ahead, do whatever you need to. So I'm very lucky to do that. But the one thing I did want to mention is, because I think today is the opening of the new Operation Deploy Your Dress shop in Colorado Springs, is it not? Or is that next Wednesday? I might be getting my wires crossed.
So we did open the doors today to distribute some dresses, but we didn't do like a big grand opening or anything, being that the shop just moved from one location to another. But yes, and we're excited to have you come in and help some people find some beautiful dresses at some point. I know Andolyn got to do that in DC, which was awesome. And so we're looking forward to having you come in as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for any chance to look at pretty sparkly dresses and help people find the gown that makes them feel like $1 million. But yeah, so I'm living in Denver for right now, preparing for Miss America and doing everything I can as Miss Colorado in the time being.
Awesome. So I'm going to give all of you guys the same question that came in. And if you guys want to take it, great. And then after that, we're just going to put out a little bit of information, then close this out. But the question that we had come in is, if you win, what is your platform going to be? So if you want to just go in the same order that we went in to begin with, we'll just go alphabetical again.
So my platform as Miss DC has been to demand an end against human trafficking. And for me, it began through my master's. So I have 2 masters, one's in forensic psychology and the other is in clinical psychology. And in completing my forensic psych master, I had to do an internship, and I did it at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And while I was there, I was often tasked with calling the family members of victims that have been missing for far too long. And while I was doing that work, I was finally confronted with the issue of missing children and how it relates to human trafficking. So a fun fact In the 70s, it was easier to find a missing car than it was to find a missing child. And we are not that far removed from the 70s, as we can see. So we have a lot of catching up to do. And that's something that I'm really passionate about as Miss DC, is not only tackling human trafficking, but also tackling all of the different subsets that create the environment to make human trafficking possible.
Awesome. Thank you. Ayrss?
So my current social impact initiative as Miss Idaho, and what I will also be doing if I win the title of Miss America, is financial instruction. So I have a background in corporate finance. I've been a corporate loan officer for just about 1.5 years now. I'm actually stepping away from that role really to just become a financial educator, and I'm super excited for that. So a lot of what I do, I'm actually currently also developing an interactive financial curriculum for the full state of Idaho with the Idaho Treasurer, which is so cool to me. So yes, I will continue to do that as Miss America and even in my life after that. And so I'm very, very excited. My curriculum teaches people from 5th grade and up all about finance, wealth management, really just trying to close those gender, racial, generational wealth gaps that affect all of our communities. So, and it's very much nationwide. So very excited to continue to do that as Miss Idaho, potentially Miss America, and then through to my professional life afterwards as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Lydia?
Yes, so my social impact initiative, or what I'm advocating for, it's called Artworks, promoting arts integration in education. And a lot of people think that's so out of left field as someone who studied a lot in the sciences. But what I like to tell people is that art is so much more than glitter, glue, and sparkles. It's really about engaging with your community and finding your passions. That's how I found myself in the medical field. I did a lot of art therapy and music therapy with pediatric patients, homeless individuals, all throughout college and grad school. And I really found this love and connection of healing through the arts, which I never really thought I would find. And that's how I ended up in medical school. So one of the things that I really want to spread as Miss Maryland, but hopefully as Miss America as well, is that pursuing your passions in the arts is one way to connect with the community. It's to find healing. And I can't announce the partnership just yet, but do stay tuned because I have an exciting partnership utilizing my background as an art and music therapy volunteer, working with our veterans and our service members. And that's something I hope to capitalize on and use as Miss America and bring awareness to our parents who need the support that they don't always get. And
Thank you, Lydia. Maura?
Again. So I talk specifically about suicide prevention within our military and our military community. So both for active duty service members and for veterans. And the thing that I try to explain is that it's not just about ending the stigma that surrounds mental health care. And it's not just about making sure that we have leadership that is understanding of the need for mental health care, but also ensuring that all service members and veterans still feel they are a part of a community. Because through doing research, what we found was that the reason so many veterans feel isolated is because the military is its own world. It's very insulated and it's a very tight-knit community. And a lot of these veterans, when they exit out of their military service, they lose that sense of community. They have to find it whether they're outside of the military or whether they just move to a different area. It's very difficult. And so we focus a lot on that community building as well. And we have some really, again, like Lydia said, I have some really exciting partnerships that I can't talk about quite yet, but that we have coming out soon that'll be able to impact our service members, our veterans, and also children, because half of what I do is educating children on the importance of self-care and in an age-appropriate way, introducing them to mental health. So, we talk about, oh my goodness, I'm losing my words. I talk to elementary school children and I explain how important it is to be your own best friend. And as they get older, we talk about, mental health conditions and the ways that we treat them, and also how important it is to reach out to people when you feel that you need help, or to even reach out to people when you think that a friend is in need of that assistance. And so I've had a lot of really great opportunities to talk about that. And as Miss America, I'll be able to take some of our partnerships national, which we've already begun talking about. And I'm so excited to talk more about that at Miss America and in the time leading up to that.
Awesome. And speaking of the time leading up to Miss America, we are very excited we will continue to bring everybody updates on what our candidates are doing and the road to Connecticut. And so please stay tuned to Operation Deploy Your Dress. And also, if you guys have social media, which I know all 4 of y'all do, please, we'll make sure to plug that on our Facebook and on all of our social media as well, so that they can follow you guys specifically to see everything that y'all are doing leading up to the big day. And the big day is December 16th. I had to look at my notes to make sure I said it correctly. December 16th. Make sure to check your local listings for time and channel. And we're going to be rooting y'all on. You guys are doing such, you ladies are doing such great things. And we're so excited to support you in any way that we can. So thank you so much for giving us your time today. And we look forward to seeing you guys, you ladies, on our screen and cheering y'all on. Thank y'all.
Thank you
so much.